Oh, boy, has it been a while, huh, guys? Hey there, Net Best Buddies, welcome back to the channel. As always, I'm Ray, and finally put another review up. It's been a hot minute. Not unlike the minutes in this room now, because it's pretty hot in here, but I found that if I kind of stay still and I don't move, it's not too bad. Actually, I'm gonna move this up a little bit over here. Just move it up a little bit. So as for today, seeing as we're still in the quarantine, supposed to stay home, guys. So make sure you do it. You don't want to get sick like Amanda did. I decided to start the whole, isolation season by watching Batman Beyond on Blu-ray, because I picked that up. I never got around to watching it, and I think I finished it within the first or second week of being quarantined, which just shows you how long I've been sitting on this review and procrastinating. So Batman Beyond is part of the DC animated universe, which consists of things like Batman animated series, the New Adventures of Batman, I think was the follow-up. You got Superman animated series, Justice League Unlimited, this, and I'm not sure if there's anything else. There might be, but this, along with Justice League, were very, very big part of my formative years of liking comics, which is probably why I like DC more than Marvel, is because of things like these cartoons. There wasn't much in the way of Marvel animation, definitely nothing to this quality at that time. Although X-Men Evolution, my god, what a phenomenal show. I watched it when Disney Plus first came out. It still holds up, it's still fantastic. But I digress. And before we get into the actual review, definitely go down and subscribe so you can stay up to date with all the videos that I do put out. I plan on putting more out soon. I just had to get my mojo back. And let me know in the comments down below what you thought of this series. Set in the near future, Bruce Wayne has given up the role of Batman in his old age. After the murder of his father, teenager Terry McGinnis befriends Bruce and dons the cowl as Gotham's newest defender. Let's start with the voice talent, because, come on, it's phenomenal. You got Will Friedle in there in his first animated role, I'm pretty sure, just crushing it as Terry. And in the beginning, you can tell he wasn't as skilled as a voice actor, but throughout the series, you just hear him progress in his craft. It's so cool. And you also have the legendary Kevin Conroy reprising his role as Batman. And so good. So good. Now, I always thought that, much like Batman, Superman in this animated TV universe was voiced throughout by George Newbern. This show, upon watching, made me realize, no, not the case. Supes in his animated show was Tim Daly, and he does a fantastic job. I thought George Newbern did a great job honoring Tim Daly, because they sound pretty similar in their interpretations, but he was in Justice League, and I guess that was the one that I really latched onto. I thought Justice League was fantastic. Come to find out, Batman Beyond takes place in that small window in between Superman the Animated Series and Justice League, where you have none other than Shooter McGavin himself, oh god, I forget his name, Christopher McDonald, playing Superman. And it is a little weird, because I was expecting George Newbern again, but I thought Christopher McDonald did a really good job, and this revelation shook me to my core. Next, let's talk about the animation, because it's an animated show, and there's not much to say about it. It's phenomenal, still holds up incredibly well today. I loved the vast majority of the episodes, and some of their themes were pretty dark and mature, I thought, and definitely resonated more with me now that I'm watching it as an adult compared to when I was watching it as a kid. The music throughout the entire series was really good. I liked the subtle themes they gave some of the villains, and come on, the intro song slaps so hard. It's so good. I absolutely adore the visuals in the show, from the new look of Gotham in the future to the technology they have going on to some of the fashion. Pretty cool. I don't know if I'd wear it. I got a cramp in my foot. I got a little cramp. Batman's Rogue Gallery also gets some really cool additions, such as Blight and Spellbinder and Shriek. And I really like the Royal Flush Gang. Ink's really cool too. Some really great additions. Although I wasn't really a fan of, is it Kurare? Kurare? The blue assassin from, I think she's from like the League of Assassins or League of Shadows. I think it's supposed to be implied she's part of Ra's al Ghul's whole outfit, but it's not, I don't think. Her 2 episodes for me were kind of weak. I wasn't really a fan of Kurare. I don't know her name. On top of those newer rogues, we also get some returning enemies of Batman, and I really like how some of them were implemented into the show. So I'm kind of torn on the structure of the story, because on one hand, I really would have preferred if they had some overarching narratives, some plot lines that went throughout the entire series, just a little more direction. But at the same time, I really do like how there's a little bit of that with like Terry's growth as Batman, but we also kind of get like these Monster of the Week type stories. So I'm kind of torn because I would really have liked to have that like narrative, but at the same time, I really like the individual stories. It makes it really accessible. So I don't know what to do with the hands, so I'm just gonna put them down. Another thing I really would have liked to have seen in the show was more DC characters in their older age. Maybe give us a Flash or a newer Flash. I know we have a Green Lantern in there, but he's not John Stewart. I would have liked to have seen maybe older John Stewart. Maybe a Wonder Woman. That could have been cool too. Maybe a Green Arrow with his one arm. That could have been cool. Maybe an Aquaman. Aquaman would have been dope. It is a more Batman-focused series, so we do get some of the Bat family returning, which is cool. But I would have liked to see maybe some more Justice League characters. Now, even though I love a lot of the new Batman villains, their placement in some of the episodes was pretty anticlimactic, or I think just handled kind of poorly. Like, for example, Ink makes a return after her supposed death in one of the later season 3 episodes, but that episode just leads into like a 2-parter with the Justice League, with Superman, my boy. And Ink is really just kind of relegated to like a few minutes in the beginning of the first part and not really addressed. So that was kind of a letdown. Also, the Cobra Gang gets a lot of focus towards the end of the series with their own 2-parter for some reason, where I think they're trying to turn everybody into dinosaurs. And then also in the final episode is a flashback of a time Terry saved a boy by revealing his identity to him, and then the Cobra Gang was trying to get that information from him. And I really just wish it was a different, enemy. Speaking of that finale, I really like the finale as an episode. I think it's a really good episode. I don't know if it works as well as a series finale to the show. And I don't think they planned for it to be. I just think the show wasn't picked up for more. But I wish it was something else. And I know we kind of get a actual series finale in the Justice League Unlimited episode where they go to the future and they see an older Terry, and he's a little beefy boy now. And I also know we have the Return of Joker movie, which I think I already reviewed on the channel back in the day. But for the series proper, I just wish we had a better finale, even though I really like the episode. This series is absolutely fantastic and a great follow-up to the classic cartoons, and also a great addition to the animated universe. Batman Beyond gets an 8 out of 10, baby! This is actually the first time I ever actually sat down and watched every episode because, with children's television at the time, I wasn't able to do that. There's no way of keeping up with it. But I really enjoyed going back, seeing some of the episodes I remembered, some episodes I hadn't seen at all, and it was just a nice little dose of nostalgia. And that's my review for Batman Beyond. I mean, if you couldn't tell by this point, it's super good. As always, thanks for watching the video. It means a great deal you continue to watch the content that I do put out. Definitely go down and subscribe so you can stay up to date with all the videos that I do put out, when they come out. Give the video a like, share with a movie-loving friend, and let me know down below your thoughts on Batman Beyond. Thanks for watching, everybody. See ya. It is so hot in here.